Hello Cosmic Family, today I'm going to share with you a message by 7, the Pleiadian 7, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, watch till the end, and feel free to subscribe for more messages just like this. Of course, if you really like it, share it with others. Humans. You are often so close to whatever it is that you have been asking for. But often you are expecting big, large, obvious signs from Source to tell you this way and this way and this is where it is. But Source is quite subtle, which is why, as many of you already know, it is about refining that intuition aspect of you, because that intuition makes you so much more aware of subtleties in the ways Source communicates and subtleties in the way which every single one of you communicates. See, Charlie had been asking us about a situation in her own life. And so we spoke with her, but she still wasn't really getting it, because she was wanting us to give her this lesson in a very obvious sort of practical way. And so we said, all right. And so the other day she was with her child and her companion in this lovely area, this lovely beautiful shopping area, and it was quite nice and she was really enjoying herself. And then the time came where she had to take her child and feed the child and change the child, and so they went to look for the signs, because usually there are areas where a mother and child can go and be in private to do what a mother and child must do to make sure the baby is feeling all right and comfortable. And so at first she noticed the signs and she said, okay, let's go this way and this way. And finally they arrived in a hallway and there were only 2 doors there and the signs disappeared. And so they quickly looked and they said, well, this was misleading because it must not be these doors because there's no obvious sign, the signs that they're usually used to. And so they turned back around. But she still needed to do what she needed to do. And so as they were walking back, they noticed a couple and a stroller, and they asked, well, did you come from the baby area? And they said, yes. If you go this way and turn here and turn there, and you'll see a door, and then you must ring the doorbell and security will open the door for you. And they realized that they were right there, right by the door. Except that door didn't have the sign that they were used to seeing, the sort of large sign that they are always expecting to see that most places have. And so they went back and they stood in front of this door and they rung the bell, and when they opened the door they noticed the most beautiful and comfortable baby area. It was quite nice, the nicest that Charlie had ever seen so far in any place she'd been to. And she realized in that very moment, and she said, aha, thank you, because I see now that I was looking for a very obvious sign that I'm used to, and yet I was right in front of this door, right by the pot of gold. And all I had to do was get a little bit closer to the door and notice that right there was a sign, but it was quite small. And it was also in another language. But there was a picture of a stroller and not of a baby as she's used to seeing. And it was small. All she had to do was just come a little bit closer and trust that the previous signs had led her to the right place. So many of you live in this very same way. You are so close to what you have been asking, what you need, and exactly what is right for you, and even better than you expected. But you come close and you're looking for very obvious signs. Maybe signs that you're usually accustomed to seeing. But when you're about to be introduced to something quite new and beautiful and amazing for you, it will be different. And the signs will not be so obvious. And you must learn to refine that intuition, because see, intuition is not based on your physical senses that you are so used to experiencing in this three-dimensional reality. As you begin to shift your whole being and your consciousness to another dimension, and another dimension, and another dimension, as you are used to knowing it as the 5D and above, you begin to refine this other sense, the sixth sense, you know it. It's simply your intuition, and it allows you to sort of notice, aha, even when you are faced with another language, all right? Because as you can imagine, the languages that you are accustomed to in your physical sense, the languages that you speak, they are not necessarily the same in which the language that the universe speaks, all right? The language of the universe is an intuitive one. It's one that transcends what your physical brain and your mind can process, which is why you hear so often of your physical teachers speaking about you opening your third eye and developing your intuition and your sixth sense. And this is what we're speaking about. It's about sniffing the signals the universe is sending you. And when you get quite good, you are opening those doors. You stand in front of that door and all you've got to do is ring the bell and it opens up, because it's exactly where you need to be. And this is happening to you every day. And so when Charlie had this experience, as she was exiting this room after a nice and relaxing and refreshing time, she said, "Thank you. You didn't have to do it this way, but you know what? I appreciate you, Seven, for doing it this way, because now I get it." And there are other bigger events in your life. This was a very simple one. But there are so many big events in your life where this is happening to you. When you get in front of this door and you say, I don't see this obvious sign. It's in a language I don't recognize. I'll just go back around. But we also know that many of you, when you are really focused in something that you know you really need, and you really, really want, and you know that you deserve it, then you sort of go back and you say, wait a minute, I know it's here and it's ready for me. So where is it? All right. And then instead of sort of getting worried and worked up, we want you to trust, to be alert. Maybe you've got to ask someone and say, hey, where is this place? You look like someone who's been there. All right, and these are often the people you come across that you notice, aha, they know something. And you ask, and they give you some pointers. And there you go. You find yourself in front of the door that holds behind it all the things that you are wanting. It is very simple, and this is the message we want to share with you. And we know that as you go about your day to day, there will be moments where you're about to be giving up into what you're wanting, but it is right there. And so we want you to remember this. All right? You are so much closer than you think. Thanks for watching till the end. If you like this message, make sure you share it with others and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and be blessed.